Guys, this is Jacko and Laurel from Muddy Tiger Outdoors. Another beautiful morning. So we decided to come out here for a morning hike. We've got a couple of things to test out, and we have a couple of instant or mountain house meals that we're going to have use for breakfast, and we're going to try them out. We've never tried those flavors before, so we're kind of excited about that. The weather's looking great, and the woods are waiting for us, so we'll see you guys in a little bit. About it's about 8:40 in the morning, and temperatures close in the 80s, maybe around 77, 78. So not too bad. There's a very slight breeze. It's feeling good. If I can avoid tripping. Once again, we're sharing this trail with mountain bikers, and we're walking, and all of a sudden we start to smell throw up. Apparently somebody maybe pushed it too hard or partied too hard last night, being a Friday, and threw up while mountain biking. It sucks. Alright, so later on for our food, we plan to make a fire to cook up and warm the food. So yeah, there's a lot of dry grass in this area, so I'm collecting some. So I'm going to fold it up, and it's going to go in the pouch. That's probably about enough for a bird's nest. Alright, so I found this tree along the trail. This is a live tree, and that's a dead tree. And it looks like this guy grew in between a fallen tree, so it's kind of weird shaped. Check that out. That's very interesting. So what do you think these are?
Woodpecker holes. It's dead pithy wood. Great for grubs.
Great for grub num-nums. Okay, so we just came across this intricate vine, and Laurel's first thing as to guess what they are is,
They look like dingleberries.
she says dingleberries. But I came prepared today. Oh, look at those. That's a nice little cluster. I came prepared today, and I always feel very ignorant when we, come across something like this and we're like, oh, that's cool. We don't know what it is. So I brought my little guy today. Now we're going to set up shop here until we find out what those are and tell you guys on camera. We can't be going around just, looking at things and not knowing what they are. So we're going to set up shop. Be right back. Well, it almost looks like a honey mesquite. Like this one right here. But not quite sure. Different plants tend to look different in different seasons. The leaves, the fruits, the bark sometimes, and flowers if they produce any flowers. Alright, so we basically came to the conclusion that this is a honey mesquite. Maybe a little dried up, maybe it's a little late in season for the bean pods. Basically, you know, as far as the description, it matches. As far as the height, the diameter of the tree, or the usual diameter, the leaves, the structure of the cluster of the leaves. Basically, it's you know, from the area, entire Texas area, and it's not quite used a whole lot. It doesn't have a wide variety of uses. It's basically used for cattle, and that's pretty much it. Not a very exciting plant, but it's definitely a nice, interesting bean structure. It catches your eye because it's a little bit darker than the rest of the foliage, and you know, it kind of stands out a little bit. So I think that's what it is. I hope we're not wrong. I don't know. By the way, the guide that we're using, I found it at Half Price Bookstore, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a second-hand bookstore. And this is called the Audubon Society Field Guide to North American Trees, Western Region. That's what it looks like. Pretty cool book. Well, we can identify this little berry bush tree. I mean, they're super tiny, they're bright red. You know, we looked in the book that we have, or the guide, and we looked online. We can't seem to find anything that is similar with the same leaf, same type of shrub. But we have a friend that is all into, you know, botanical, all kinds of stuff. So she's got a lot of knowledge, and Laurel's going to ask her, send her a text message, see what she thinks, and hopefully we'll get a video before we're out of here, and kind of get you an idea of what it is, because we're really interested. It's a very bright colored little berry. It's hard to miss. Let me show you again.
Fleshy, almost like a miniature midget cherry.
Yeah, it looks like a mini cherry.
And when you look at the flesh, it's almost translucent.
Yeah.
These things just, whoa, they just pop right off.
Very interesting. So my luck with spiders would have it. I am glad I didn't see him because I walked too close to them. Laurel spotted him.
And freaked out.
Yep. Let me show you.
Okay, just for comparison, that thing is about...
I would say 3 inches.
Yeah.
So that's a big boy.
Right here.
And he's got his little brother right over here. Well, I would say about 2 inches, 2.5 inches. Yeah. Don't poke it. Big boy.
It's very steady.
Let's go. Alright, so we're walking down a trail, and we're basically walking right next to a farm, if you can't see it. But right there, right straight ahead, I hope the camera can pick it up, because that is a plane, and it looks like a 1930s, maybe 1940s. Yeah, it's just a fuselage. It's missing a tail. It doesn't have a propeller, and I think the winds are gone, and the door and the windows. But it's actually pretty cool. I don't know. It's just kind of sitting there. There's a bunch of just random stuff laying around, mostly farm equipment. There's a little windmill there, or whatever that is. But there's the plane just kind of sitting right there. Alright guys, so we made it to where I was kind of planning to have our little breakfast here. It's about 10 o'clock, and there's not a whole lot of firewood, but I found this big branch, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it, process it a little bit so we can make a small fire, heat up some water, and we'll be able to have breakfast. Laurel's got a bit of a headache, so luckily we have our first aid kit in her backpack, and it's got a little bit of
Aspirin, Advil, and Tylenol.
right, so she'll be able to take care of that headache after hiking a while. And you know, it goes to show you it's a good way to keep such things in your backpack, even if it's a small kid. You know, I'm thinking about upgrading or redoing my kit so it's a little bit more efficient and a little bit better, better container and everything. So lesson learned. All right, let's go and process some firewood. Alright, so we got 3 logs or 3 pieces of wood, and that should be more than enough to make a small fire to heat up some water. it's knotted. All right, so I think I've got my bases from fire making, so let's go and give it a try. So we've got our grass, we've got an attempt of a feather stick here, we've got really small thin branches, and we've got our bigger pieces of wood. Fire kit. Alright, so here's my latest addition to my fire kit. What this is wood that has been soaking in alcohol, and it's just little pieces of wood. I got this from a really cool guy. He has a channel on YouTube, and it's called Really Big Monkey 1 altogether. He has been around for a while, and he's got a lot of great tips for bushcrafting and camping and all that kind of stuff. So this is the first time I've tried this. We'll give it a try. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set my dry grass right about here, almost making a little bit of a bird's nest. Maybe I'll arrange it a little bit better. There we go. Alright, so the idea is to put maybe a piece or two of the alcohol. So I'm gonna take this one right about there, and this one right about there, and that's what it looks like. Alcohol evaporates, so make sure you cover it right away. And basically what you do is you throw a spark with your ferro rod, or you light it up with a lighter, and it's going to catch on fire. Let's give it a try. There it goes. Man, that worked really good.
Oh.
Okay, so sometimes it's a trial and error, and I failed. So, you know, the sticks soaked in alcohol, it's a good idea. I think it's a combination of I rushed it and I threw a lot of sticks at the same time, and it kind of drowned the fire, or it took the oxygen from the fire. And also, I think a little bit of wind got to it, and it was a little too much. So, not the right combination. So what I've got here, it's a little bit of that juniper bark. I'm just breaking it down, breaking the fire, or separating the fibers. And we're going to see if we can have a little bit better luck. Maybe nurture it a little bit better and be a little bit more careful with it. So we're going to try to get this really, really fine, really a lot of surface area, and we'll see if that does the trick. We're getting hungry, so I hope it does the trick. Alright, so we've got that. I've got a couple of pieces of fat wood with pine sap. We'll set these right here on the side for now. And once again, I've got all these. Well, the feather stick kind of burned. There's still a little bit of wind, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make almost like a wind barrier a little bit, as much as I can. Keep the wind from getting to it. Okay, so here's the chart cloth. I need to make some more of this. I think I'm on my last, oh man, last piece. Better make this work. So, chart cloth. Golly. There we go. Chart cloth gone. Dang. And I'm having no luck with fire today. Alright, let's resort to some cheating, which is...
Sometimes alcohol is the solution.
Okay, let's see if that'll work.
Woo!
Alright, so that was definitely more of a challenge that I was expecting. I don't know if it's the wind. We definitely have a good breeze coming up from that direction. I just don't know. It was a little bit of a struggle to get the fire going, but right now it looks like it's coming along just fine. And I tell you what, that idea of having a little bit of alcohol and wood soaked in alcohol was a good thing, because you know, if anything, with the alcohol you can cheat a little bit and add some fuel to the fire, so to speak. Alright, so what this is, it's the kettle pot for the BioLite. We're going to use that on top of the grill, since we've got the fire going on in the grill, and we'll make, I guess, boil some water for our food today. Okay, so what Laurel just did, 2 1/4 cups of water in there, and the cool thing about this kettle pot, you can't see it, I don't know if the camera, but it's got the measurements on the inside, and on the outside you can see them too, so that's neat. Now we're using that measurement because this is what we're going to eat on today. Basically, it's going to be a brunch since it's 10:41. This is Backpackers Pantry. Pad Thai, and it says Thai seasoning over rice noodles with vegetables and roast peanuts, all natural, just that boiling water basically. No gluten, 120 calories per pouch. It's vegan and makes 2 13-ounce. We're not vegan by any means, but you know, it sounded good when I saw it at the store. So I thought it'd be a great idea to, you know, give that a try. We've had Mountain House brand food, and I think this is the first time we give this one a try. So you know, we're eager to eat it, we're hungry, and we'll give you guys our opinion and impressions as far as the food goes. So I think the fire's good enough for the water to be put in, so let's do that. Alright guys, so it turned out that the fire was taking too long to boil the water. I don't know, maybe it wasn't enough wood, or maybe the height was too much from the fire to the pot. So we've had to once again rely and resort to the BioLite. And you can see it there working perfectly. It's roaring. The jets are firing up on 3 places. It's got a good amount of heat going on, and that water shouldn't take too long to boil. In fact, I can see through the transparency of the top there's a little bit of steam and water collecting at the top, which means that we're getting there. In fact, I think we're boiling. Take a look. Yep, there's steam coming from the top. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah.
I think we got a boil. So that's the peanut butter, and she's gonna add it there. And then there's some peanuts there that come with a package.
Into the pot.
Alright, so basically this is turning out to be lunch rather than breakfast. It's 11:03, so we'll just call it lunch. In fact, that's probably going to be the title of the video. Lunch in the woods. Bushcraft lunch. Alright, let's take the water off. Alright, boiling water. Perfect little handle. You don't even feel much of the heat. Cups. We're just gonna let this cool off right over here, away from us. And look at the BioLite. It's still got a little bit of fire going on. So what I'm gonna do is, I usually, when I know that I'm not gonna use it anymore, I dump out the coals and I just let it cool off. Basically, the fan goes on or stays on until the stove is cooled off. So we're going to go ahead and let it do that. Alright guys, so while we wait for the food to cook, right here in this pouch, this is the little mess kit from Coleman that Laurel got me for my birthday. We're going to use it today for the first time, so today's a maiden voyage. Quite excited about that. We have a couple of spoons from our kitchen. We still don't have a spork, titanium spork that I've been wanting to get. That may change today because yesterday was my birthday, and my dad and my brother gave me a couple of gift cards for Cabela's, which is an outdoors and hunting store. So we're gonna see if we can make it there this weekend, and hopefully get a couple things, including a couple of sporks, and you know, it'll be our part of our mess kitchen set for outdoors. Real quick, we're still waiting on the food, so I guess I'm going to show you what this is. It's basically, I'm going to do like a little preview of this. It has a handle here that holds everything tight in place. It has a little butterfly screw here. You basically undo it or loosen it up, you twist it, and then you screw it back in to hold in place. Right about there. Okay. So the top is a very nice size plate. This is all aluminum, by the way. And then it's got a little tiny pot that you can hang over the fire or just put on the grill. Pretty cool. It's got a little tiny cup to, I guess, sip on your coffee or something. Pretty cool. And it has a lid for the pot right there. So an entire cooking set. Obviously you've got your pan with a pretty nice long handle so you don't get too close to the fire. Very, very lightweight. I'm not exactly sure how much the entire set weighs, but I have the box.
Ounces.
10 ounces apparently. I have the box at home because I plan to do a review once I get more use out of this. Like I said, this is the first time I've used it, or we've used it. We're not going to use the pan today, but we're definitely going to use both plates to, you know, basically split our lunch in half from the pouch, and we'll be able to eat it and use these and basically enjoy the weather today. I'm surprised it's not hotter. It's 11:15 in the middle of, well, not in the middle, towards the end of the Texas summer, September 6th today. And according to my watch, the temperature is, well, according to this, is about 80, 82. It really says 88 degrees, but you know, you have to take away a few degrees, usually about 7 or 8 degrees, because it's also you know, close to your body, so it takes your temperature. If you let the watch sit out there on its own for about 15 minutes, it'll give you a more accurate reading of the temperature. So right now I would say it's probably about 82, maybe 81. Keep in mind we're in the shade and we've got a breeze coming from that direction. Anyway, this is about done, and we'll bring you back in a few minutes whenever we're getting ready to put it on our plate and chomp down. Alright guys, so Laurel kept the timer. How long did it take?
About 15 minutes.
15 minutes after pouring the boiling water. So it's about time. She's gonna
Peanut garnish.
Yeah, garnish it with the peanuts provided. Whoa. Wow, that's a lot of food. I'm glad we split it in half. It's basically for one person, but
Like hell it is.
that's a lot of food. It actually looks and smells really good. Okay, so we're gonna mix the peanuts a little bit.
Careful, pot. It's really good, kind of tomatoey.
What do you think?
I like it. It's not so much pad thai to me as it is Italian.
Yeah, it tastes like Italian, almost like a combination between Italian and pad thai, so very tomatoey Italian with maybe some Thai noodles. I don't know, instead of spaghetti it's Thai noodles. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. I don't know if it's our hunger speaking, but it's not bad at all. So first time trying this brand, Backpackers Pantry. This is the pad thai. It's a net worth of 8 ounces, 228 grams. And you know, it's a single person serving, so it's a whole lot of food.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll go ahead and make first use of my cup. Cheers, guys. Alright guys, so we're pretty much done with our food, and you know, we basically finished it all. You know, we split the ration in two, and it was a good amount of food. We were hungry. We've been hiking for probably an hour, maybe an hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Through the woods, and it feels just about right. So I can imagine after a long day of hiking, that'll definitely be more than plenty of food to get you by. So we're gonna pack everything away and head on out. Alright guys, we reached the end of the road today. We had a very satisfactory hike and even more satisfactory little lunch here. Well guys, like always, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, MuddyTigerOutdoors, and we will see you in the next video. You guys take it easy.